Nah, well, Sir Mix-a-Lot's from Seattle as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
So you get like
What's he,
grunge
like,
and
what's he like, mixed race or something like that?
well, that's where you got the name.
This is a mixed guy.
Booyah. Booyah.
Yeah,
Are we actually recording now? I hope so.
We are
Sir
recording now, and we've
Alright,
heard
then.
everything you
Perfect,
said.
Perfect.
Yeah, my dad's from Africa. My mom's like Native American. Yeah, I'm swear mix a lot.
And I'd
This song's good. These
It's-
guys are alright.
Yeah.
Gosh.
They were the it band of the 90s.
Really?
They were the band.
are they
that-
very big?
They were huge apparently. Yeah.
Navna.
They changed the game apparently.
Really?
Yeah, of like
What, they were like
modern
overweight
rock.
or something like that? Like really fat guys that were huge?
Didn't they do a
They were
song
all-
with Katy Perry?
well,
If they did, they
now,
probably would have been
one of
big.
them is one of them
I kissed
passed away
a
way
guy in
before.
blackface.
Well, there's I think there is like a because Dave Grohl was in this band as well. You know Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters.
What about Dave Grohl and he's like a screamo artist?
Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is the Sausage Boys podcast, episode 31. We got it's your host Jackson. We have as always.
What's good? It's your boy Asher. I'm still So you got to say something.
Oh yeah, we've got. I was gonna get. We'll go around the side over here.
We'll go around this side.
Yeah, and we've got Vishaal in today as a guest.
Hello,
Woo!
everyone. Hey.
Met
Thanks
him
for having me.
Yeah, that's all good, man. It's a pleasure. Also, we
What
have.
about Vishaal? And you're like a Jewish guy, and you're in shul.
What about Vasal? It's like.
Vaz.
What about Vagil?
You just oh, that's better. That's better.
Vajol, that's my sister's name.
That's
Sorry about that. It's already taken. That's my sister's name.
Yeah, so we have Asher sitting in on this episode as well.
Yes.
Hanging
So
out.
maybe coming in with some hot
He's
takes.
he's hilarious, but we've got 3 microphones and
like
Yeah.
Neil Brennan special.
what?
But we're not saying anything funny into any of them. Like Neil Brennan special. No, it's
Yeah,
very
no.
special.
Neil Brennan is.
Neil Brennan's great.
Yeah, he's. I mean, if you're writing for Chappelle, then you have to be good.
Yeah,
You have to be.
You can't be like just a run in the mill open mic. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You have to be.
He's the one white guy who can say the N-word and really get away with it, which is.
I haven't had any problems so far.
Oh yeah, that's true. Some people you may have, but
Yeah.
I don't like it when you call me that when we have sex. Get it?
What do you
Yeah,
want me to
that's where
call
the
you?
issue when you have sex. That's what.
because I come too fast. I want to take my time. It's over. All over.
Wouldn't it suck, if you bust and it's like over, you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
What about if you were a bottom and you busted and then you've just got to spend the next 5 minutes just getting pounded out?
And you realize what's going on. You're like, this is disgusting. He's inserting his penis
Man.
into the place I go to the toilet out of. Like, this is.
I have no interest in this, but I'm in it. This guy is in love with me. I just know it. That's the only
It's
reason
like,
people.
oh, that hurts, actually. That actually is really
I'm-
unnatural.
yeah, I'm
I think
doing-
God made it feel bad for a reason. Because this is unnatural.
Yeah, don't play with God.
No, apparently
And your butthole.
they've got the G-spot in there, so it was meant to be happening.
yeah, well.
Yeah, but I mean, after I bust, don't touch nothing. Get me out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting off with buttholes. Yeah, this is great. This is good shit.
I normally end with the butthole.
Yeah, gotta.
I normally begin with some light stalking.
I usually start with that and end with, like, please,
Li-
I never want to talk to you again. Assume that from me.
Wouldn't it be worse if you were a bottom and you busted and then you're nothing for 5 minutes and then the person behind you's like, did you come yet? And they're like, yeah, why? And they're like, well, this really isn't doing it for me. I'm more here for your pleasure more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the gayest thing you've done? This podcast. Hey-oh.
Well, actually, I don't know if this is the gayest thing I've done, but I've bought a pair of leather pants.
Wow.
Would that be the gayest thing?
Do they have like
Well, they're not chaps. They're just leather pants. I don't know. Like,
Oh, okay.
would that be like I bought 2 pairs of them from H&M? Yeah, online.
Right.
Yeah. Would that be the gayest thing? I don't think that would be the gayest.
What would your parents think?
Uh,
Oh, they'll think it's the gayest
They
thing.
would- yeah, I actually don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah,
They saw my leather pants.
Yeah.
is it black?
me out of the house.
Black leather.
Yeah, one black and one like sort of dark brownish. No, light brown. Yeah.
Any article of clothing that's like noisy is pretty gay. Like,
Yeah.
like
you
a
feel
straight
gay?
man doesn't wear anything that's
It's so
noisy.
noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying
Except
to
for
go
some big boots.
None of my clothes have sex with clothes of the same sort.
But
Yeah.
you feel gay wearing leather.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
you?
I-
I
yeah,
think
well,
instinctually.
Yeah, I did find that like just after I started wearing them that because
Guys were
I was
picking you
trying
up.
to go for the whole like Jim Morrison rock style, but it's probably more like Judas Priest. I don't know you guys know.
It's more
Judas
David
Priest.
Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah.
It's more
He's-
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
Judas,
yeah, Freddie
Judas, there was
Mercury.
a priest that kind of kept on hitting on me when I was wearing the leather pants because he assumed
Yeah,
certain things
Exactly.
about me. There's a
What about Judas Queef? It's just a rock band that.
That's an
makes
all-female
Back in
rock
the
band. Judas Priest covers.
Judas Queef.
Breaking the hymen. I don't know.
Judas.
Yeah.
And my face is a seat for the right partner.
It has to be the right one, not the wrong.
But you're big into rock.
Yeah, I'm a big
Yeah.
rock fan. Yeah, metal, you name it. That's why I bought the
Rock,
pants.
paper, scissors.
You like rock,
scissors.
you like metal, you like all the elements.
Yeah, I like all. Yeah, I mean,
Is rock an element?
I have a rocky relationship
it
with my
probably
father
wouldn't
as
be. No, rock's
well.
not an element,
Very
yeah.
rocky relationship with him ever since I bought those leather pants. Very rocky.
I don't think I've ever bought like a pair of leather pants. Well, what would be? Probably just like a pink shirt or something like that.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah.
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 Did it have a unicorn on it? Or just-
No, but I did
just
use it to
plain.
stuff my crotch. It's just that all the other guys down at the tool shed packing, and I wanted to fit in.
They're like, man, you can actually buy like a crotch stuff. You don't have to buy a pink shirt and put it down there, right? You know that, right? That wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. K-Dot, what's the
Tool sheds are pretty
specific reference?
For a second, I thought you were gonna say
for a seemingly straight guy to know one of the most prolific gay clubs on Oxford Street.
tool shed. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all-
I was looking for
shed.
hardware.
It's like that
Where is my boyfriend's name?
you know that Bill Hader sketch? You know the newest hottest club in New York. That Stefan guy. Imagine,
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. The tool shed, the hottest gay club. Yeah.
He's
That
on. He
sounds
does
pretty
SNL
He does
as that
SNL.
character.
Well, he had it's Stefan. It was like this guy from Weekend Update. He would come in and he would just say the newest hottest club in New York, and it'd be like some weird shit. Like,
Oh,
you
like
know,
that, yeah.
there's like little people like on bicycle helmets and like just running around with like flame. Like it's just
That's the
so
newest gay
crazy.
club.
Yeah.
Sausage Boys podcast.
We're actually talking about how you got into rock and everything. You just grew up kind of liking that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I lived in India when I was a kid. Yeah, so I kind of moved back and forth. So I was born here, then lived in India, then came back.
They cook naan
Sydney.
bread on like a rock or something like that, is it? Or is that stone?
Actually, you're on the mark. There.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
For a second, people are like, "No, they don't. He's just making shit up."
Doesn't make any sense, but no, it does.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of moved back and forth and lived in Brisbane for a bit, and then came back. But yeah, while I was living in India,
Is rock big? In India?
heavy metal is, especially in the city I lived in.
Throwing stones at women.
Uh,
Even
It's not. It's the wrong country. Thinking of more out, just go a little bit.
It was just,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's how I kind of grew up with the whole thing, because like the city I grew up in, a lot of my mates, cousins, family, and all that were into heavy metal. So I kind
Right.
of got into Maiden, Priest, Slipknot, all that shit, Metallica. But I also listen to hip hop. I have weird music taste in that sort of sense. I listen to a lot of boomer shit, Zeppelin and Sabbath and Dire Straits and all that.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking rock
Boomer
music would be
alert.
very different in the Middle East. It's just like the sounds of women getting rocks thrown at them and gay people getting rocks thrown at them. Imagine just listening to that. It's just like, oh. It's like, yes, the rock music.
Judas
Great.
Street. Judas can't be out on the street.
Judas got me out of the street after 8 o'clock.
Judas Priest. That's a cool name for a band, actually.
Yeah,
thinking about it.
for a band that Well, yeah, they kind of started the whole leather look in metal, but it was actually so the guy who was fronting. Oh, he still fronts the band. Rob Halford.
Rolf Harris.
Rob.
Yeah, he was fronting, and the back was a child.
No. Yeah. He was the original singer, but due to legal issues. No. Rob Halford. He was so he kind of like sported the whole like leather look.
Really?
But it came out of like gay clubs in like England at the time.
I
It was
also
in the
came
70s.
out at a gay club.
Well, yeah. Well, he didn't come on until the 90s on like MTV.
I didn't get come on until the 90s. My father until
He came and went in the 90s.
I'm just thinking about like
I came with
imagine
90-year-old man
like just being
tool
like a
shed.
millennial that comes out at a gay club. It's like, guys, I have something to say. I'm gay, and they're like, yeah, we all are. You're not special. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. well,
Jackson, you're in the tool shed. You can just let everyone know. You don't have to.
And then you go down to the pub and you're like trying to stick out there, and you're like, I'm gay, and then they throw rocks at you.
So heavy metal is big in India, is it?
Yeah, well,
Heavy metal must be my penis's name.
It gets big whenever I see an
this-
Indian band.
Yeah. How'd you know I'm Indian?
Because I got a big penis.
You are
I just know it because Kareem's got an erection.
My erection is extremely pronounced right now. That's why I know you're in.
Yeah.
Wait, so whereabouts you were born in India?
No, I was born here, but I sort of moved back and forth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you lived periods of time in India?
Yeah. And I also lived in Brisbane before I moved down here to Sydney. Yeah.
Gosh, so they call that the India of Australia? They don't. I don't even touch any.
Well, it is very racist, so yeah, kind of.
The comment or the place?
They stone. They
India.
stone women there as well.
They don't stone women in India.
Why didn't they
do
call it Rock?
They don't.
Why didn't they call it Rockhampton?
There's just a gay guy called Hampton.
I thought this was the tool shed. They're just in the middle of Bunnings.
Hottest nightclub in Rockhampton, the Tool Shed.
There was another episode we did, and Kareem
It's
tried
like
to
bait.
Kareem tried to claim that Bunnings was a cruise zone. He was like, "What? When do you ever see a straight man at Bunnings?" That's what you said. I was just like a tradie in the middle of the day, getting supplies.
I was thinking if you go to Bunnings every single day,
Yep.
no straight man does that. Or something like that. I can't even remember. It made sense at the time.
Maybe they've got specific departments, don't they?
Yeah.
What, you got the hardware department. That's very on the nose when it comes to their gay references.
They've got a little something for everyone. They've got like the garden section. They've got like the tool section. They've got like the
Madonna
playground.
section.
The 90s section.
They got the 90s house music section. They got the fashion section. They got the leather pants section.
No, it's specifically for gardening.
You go to the gardening section. So much of leather pants. No, well, we cut the butt cheek area out because it always gets wet.
Well, it's
when you're gardening, it gets wet at the back.
Yeah,
so.
you don't want to get it dirty, you know? You want to keep it fresh and clean.
And
you
it's
know?
like it's leather. It will just go straight off.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy just runs away with arseless.
If you're wearing arseless chaps, does that mean you have to be freeballing in those? Because I don't want my junk rubbing up against no leather. Leather's my ex-boyfriend's name. No, but like I feel like that would be quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just don't write anything on my laptop beginning with P in Google. Or X or H.
Or TEE or
Or tool shed, you know?
or GAYP.
Or V. Vishaal Nude.
Have you ever been to a gay club?
Yes, I have, yeah. Well, there's a...
Okay.
That's where I draw the line. It's not even the tool shed. Like, what's this gay club? No, it's one in Brisbane in the Valley. But I didn't go there just because, you know, to come out or whatever. But I just went there to... I don't know, like, how I ended up there. I think it was, like, a bunch of friends. It's, like, a big, like, gay nightclub in the Valley.
Really?
Yeah, in the Valley. The Valley's, like, kind of like the cross of... in Brisbane, yeah. So it's, like, a lot of,
Sick.
like, yeah. Like,
Well, how
clubs
was
and-
it? A gay club in Brisbane? I can't imagine. I just want to check this.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I thought you were, like, looking into it just to, like,
I know.
fact
Yeah,
check.
can I look
Gay
that
club
up?
in
in
Brisbane.
Brisbane? I didn't think there I might be
Really?
going to Brisbane a lot, actually. How was it?
Yeah.
It was
on there
pretty
for-
gay. How was it? Yeah, it was a lot of homos in there.
Yeah, someone did come out, like a millennial just came out.
I found my
like,
dad in
really?
there.
Come Like, yeah, Steve? What?
Steve, I didn't know you.
Why do you invite me? Like, I'm just bumping into you while you're coming out.
Imagine if you're a gay dude at a gay club and you like picked up this dude who was like a straight guy. Like I know that's a big fantasy for like a lot of gay people.
Right.
Like
Turning them.
Yeah. Imagine you did that and then you like was talking to someone else. You're just like, yeah, like I slept with that dude and whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, everyone slept with them.
You'd be so.
You would be.
You just like stone them. You said you were straight.
Yeah, I was so upset. I would be so upset.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got to go to the doctors tomorrow. It's infected by rocks.
Yeah.
But it is a thing to turn out a straight guy. I think it's like.
Oh, it definitely is. I know for a fact. This is like
straight.
We're in a good zone. This is like stoning gay dudes in a bucket.
The buckets are good.
Some of our more ethically minded listeners are going to turn this right off.
The bucket's a nightclub I went to last night. I was stoning people there.
Stoning, yeah.
How funny would it be to like be with a bunch of buddies and just stone gay people like on Oxford Street? It'd be an element of like comedy to that. Like seeing that on the news. I'm not joking. Like straight up 2021 guys just
taking your girl out on the first date. He's like, meet me on Oxford Street.
My boyfriend is so straight.
Meet me on Oxford Street. I've got something good planned.
It's like, yeah, I know this really good gay bar. He's like, how do you know exactly?
Imagine if you saw a bunch of dudes like stoning gay guys and you walk up and you're just like, that's not right. That's terrible. And they're just like, we're gay ourselves. So what are you going to do about this?
No, I just hate this guy. He cheated on me.
Like this is a one-off. Hey, what are you gonna do, huh?
Yeah, how are we looking? We're coming in a bit hot, but that's fine.
We're coming in hot. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the level's like quite large, but oh well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well, if it
unlike
is,
my
it is.
penis, I wish at least something's large in this room. Because there's not much large going on underneath my leather pants right now.
What are you packing? You right?
Yeah.
We got out a theory with Lockie that comedians.
Yeah, I know.
and
You
not-
did ask Lachlan there from the last step, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good.
Oh, okay,
No, it's
packing heat then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like to brag if you have like big.
Oh, so he's got a huge penis. Anyway, that's boring. There's
is
nothing
where
great
it
about a
is.
huge
No.
penis.
It's weird to
No, you know
brag
what?
if you've
We're
got a
ending
big.
it right now.
It's weird to brag if you've got a big penis, so I guess I'm about to brag. I guess I'm about to go be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a big one. What?
Yeah, I got a big one.
I got a big one.
That's all.
All right.
Oh, man.
Have you been to a gay club? K-Dot?
Yeah.
What for? Work or pleasure?
Both.
The pleasure is the work.
It's hard work. I don't play around when I'm having sex with men.
Yeah.
It's a hard,
Do what
full-time
you
job.
love, right? And you
I know,
never
you
work a
never
day
work
in your life.
That's why I have sex with men for a living. That's why I'm an escort.
Yeah.
Being a male escort, that'd be pretty cool.
No,
There's actually
that would suck.
there's actually a show on it. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have seen
Gigolos? Have you seen it?
Oh, no, I haven't seen
Yeah,
Gigolos.
yeah. It's like male prostitutes in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's just them.
Are they happy?
They look happy.
Yeah.
Never
I
seen a
don't know.
depressed male hooker. That's be kind of.
Because you're just like getting action all. Because I feel like when it comes to like female prostitutes, there's a level of like degradation, and they're kind of like, oh, I'm being used. I don't really enjoy this.
Yeah.
But a gay guy being like, yeah, you're a guy.
Gay, straight,
You know,
they enjoy it. Yeah,
You'd actually enjoy it.
Yeah. It's
like a cheat code to life. It's always like music's a cheat code, like being a famous artist.
but
is
like a
cheat
lot of
code.
them are fit as well. So like mentally they're sort of like because they have to work out and stuff.
You do because
Yeah,
no one's
like
like
male
a flabby
strippers
booty.
as well. Like there's no like Clive Palmer of male strippers. You
That's
know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah, you're forced to. Yeah, you're forced to be in good shape.
You call this male stripper Clive Palmer shows.
But then again, like that's a fetish as well, like that whole bear culture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the gay thing. Yeah.
I just get really specific into like gay subcultures. And everyone's just like,
Come from 3 straight dudes. Well, we don't know. Maybe at the end of the party, something's about to reveal.
But yeah, growing up in
Bear with
how long?
me.
How long did you kind of go back and forth between?
Yeah, a few years here and there.
Whereabouts in India?
South of India, Bangalore. It's
Bangalore.
You
Who's
mentioned
Law? I want to
Law.
bang him. I don't even.
Bang, yeah. That hasn't been done before.
Ash has got a good part on Bangalore.
No, I didn't have anything. I'm just speaking to myself.
Oh.
I was thinking though, is the Clive Palmer of strippers? Is that their political stances?
Oh, I
Translate
like
to a
that.
stripper?
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fit. I have a six pack, but my political ideology is that
I
of
vote for
Clive
the
Palmer.
Clive- yeah,
I
Clive
know.
Palmer.
I'm the Clive Palmer of strippers. It's like some jacked guy comes out. Everyone's like, wait, what?
Oh no, I was.
Yeah, no,
seriously
Australia
confused.
first.
I didn't know what you meant. Is there a stripper that created a meme page to reach the youth vote, or I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like
No,
that. That'd be a good-
my page is strictly business.
No pleasure, just business.
Yeah.
Who are you banging
Bangalore. Yeah, Bangalore. Bangalore. It's south of India. Yeah.
again? Bangalore.
Yeah.
Bangalore.
Bangalore sounds
Talks
like...
Yeah.
Sounds like the tool shed.
Sounds like my Friday night. Am I right?
Bangalore.
Am I right? Hey,
I'm shooting
And
my
Saturday
gun.
night, and Sunday, and Monday, and
I'm
just pretty much every day.
I'm a male prostitute, guys. I'm very happy.
What
Yeah.
kind of
Very
hip hop
happy.
do you listen to?
Hmm?
What kind of hip hop?
A white hip hop?
Yeah, you said rap music. You like? rap
Yeah,
music?
well, just stuff
Old
from
school
like
stuff,
the
or-
mid 2000s, Eminem, 50 Cent,
Oh,
Kanye, kind of, that sort of, I haven't listened to anything past that, I've heard a bit of Kendrick and J. Cole, but that's, but my music taste is also
It's a bit too topical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all over, jazz, listen to jazz and blues.
You would
and all
love
that.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, I've heard some of his stuff. Yeah, Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
I've
you
heard
would
Frank
absolutely-
Beach, Frank Valley, Frank Canal, rap music. My my Muslim wife's called music. I like to rap her in a burqa
Before what?
before
Before, yeah.
leave the house because I don't want men looking at it. Music,
Yeah.
we're going out.
Yeah.
Wrap yourself up.
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you big
right
into?
on.
Do you do any music yourself?
Nah. I've jammed with a few people. I've tried to write my own songs, but they were all shitty. So I just that's why I got into comedy because for me writing jokes was a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to get into when you start off with stand up because when I was getting into music and all that, a lot of my friends were either great guitar players or great singers or all that, but getting into comedy, it's you're just talking and then
There's no talent really.
Yeah, no.
You can just kind of be
You just have to be funny. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You just have
You
to say.
barely even have to. Do
Yeah,
that.
just have to talk about the tool shed. I don't know. Just
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
You actually have
We
to have a
ju-
skill to be in a band. You have to know how to
You
Yeah,
can't
you
just
have to.
pick a marginalized group and.
go at them for 20 minutes on a podcast.
I will not stand for this.
I won't
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I had sex last night at the tool shed. I can barely stand. My butthole is prolapsed. So I have to have a towel underneath. Sitting down in a chair for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were just having no luck with the ladies and you're like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go gay because it is a choice. and then you just no guys.
Why'd you
are in-
stare at Asher? you stared at Asher when you said that.
I don't know. I just thought that Ash would be most triggered by it because he's the most probably conscious person in this room. I would say.
All the other dead people
Socially
that we having
conscious.
sex with.
My eyes just landed on him.
I feel like there's a good reason that you don't have longer than 1 hour episodes. I shouldn't have been privy to this. You've turned it on and Karim's turned it on. I just don't know how to deal
Yeah.
Wait,
with it.
what have we turned on and off?
You've turned it on and Karim's turned it. I never thought I would laugh at anal sex more in my life.
My girlfriend laughs at me every time I try and bring it up. And by it up, I mean my penis. Because I'm not attracted to women. I pander. I'm a pander. I pander to my audience. Is that the word, pander?
Panda's my Japanese mistress.
She's a literal panda.
She's a little panda. She's a small Japanese one.
My little panda.
I've been experimenting with them.
Someone should write a song about it, you know, like my little panda.
Oh no, where I was going with that, like you just decide to be gay, and then like no guy is into you either. They're just like, no, you're gross.
I'm gonna be gay. Yeah, no, we don't want you either. You're ugly.
Fine, I guess I'll
Yeah,
buy
we
a
smell
monitor.
a phony in here.
and a laptop.
I feel like a paradox. Like, I get the impression that you think about this all the time, yet this is the first time you've thought of it as well. Like, you say you ask these questions like a child, but it's all you ask.
Wait, what questions do I ask?
Oh, like I don't know. Just all
Oh
this.
man, this is.
It's,
Wait, what questions?
Questions about my sexuality,
oh, just like
which I'm questioning constantly.
Or just all the gay stuff. Like it's all that's on your mind. You still don't have the answers.
Asha, newsflash.
If something's on your mind and it's all you talk about 24/7,
Yes.
usually there may be something deep inside that you're trying to hide or.
Trying to keep it.
I think this podcast is denying you actual answers to this. Like, I think you need to find.
We just keep dancing around our
You need to
sexuality
evolve
for.
your stance on this, right?
Ash was the voice of reason at this point. He's
No,
like
well, I
trying
mean,
to get.
I can tell you what I actually think about it. One word, wrong. No, like I have nothing. I've nothing in but love and respect for.
But.
for-
A huge
for-
butt.
I wish I had one. I wish I was behind one right now, having sex with one.
No,
and
but
preferably being a dude in front of me.
I don't know. To
That
answer
attached to
that,
that
like
butt.
I have nothing but love and respect for like
Straight people.
Any
when it comes to
community-
gay, they should be stoned.
that's not gonna hate anyone. But there's funny in all of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and bring that up in like on an episode that you and I did, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
No, gotcha. No, it's all good.
Oh,
We just hate gay people. That's all. Because I'm definitely not one. Am I right? I'm definitely not.
You said that very convincingly.
I know,
Right?
very
I am
convincing.
definitely not one. Like a.
And I don't know why you have your fingers crossed and your toes crossed. When you say that.
And I'm like readjusting the seat. Like I don't know.
So anyway, growing up in my Friday night in Bangalore. Bangalore. What's that like?
Yeah. Well,
how old were
it's-
you when you were in Bangalore?
Sort of back and forth, but recently I was like I was there from like when I was like 11 to like 18, and then I
Oh.
went to Brisbane for university. Yeah.
Gosh, that's some pretty pivotal years spent there.
How did
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Babes compare to Brisbane Vegas,
I don't like where here or Bangalore.
like in comparison.
Bangalore. Like you go to Bangalore, go to Brisbane.
I mean, two different racially, so it's hard to
Really?
cut. Yeah, there's a lot more white people in Brisbane and a lot more obviously my people in
Really?
Bangalore. Yeah, it's Indian city, so there's gonna be more of me.
That's really dumb. Really? There's more Indian people in here.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Brisbane.
there has to be. I don't know, like 1.3. What? If it's not all Indian, who? But yeah, Brisbane. Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to compare. I don't know, because again, like in terms of racial demographics.
Because I get an
yeah.
erection when I try to compare.
To compare erection.
It's hard to compare. I have to get it hard because I want to try to get inch out the other guy. So I try to get hard.
Just
when we
stretch it
compare.
out just a little bit. Just.
I'm not hard. I'm flaccid. I'm flaccid. This is just my flaccid
you're
penis
flaccid.
right now.
All right, that's.
Well, that's extremely hard for a flaccid penis.
You had 7 years in Bangalore, so we goddamn hope you were just spending all that time judging women exclusively, right?
I was a teenager, of
Yeah.
course.
What else?
I was a teen.
Right? Is that the word you use? Chicks?
I'm pretty sure I said
We
hot
said-
babes.
Chicks. Chicks, holes,
I said, how do the chicks compare? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
broads.
I will say this, like, yeah, I mean, they're both equally as hot. Because, again, I don't know. I don't really have a preference in terms of, like, if chick's hot, you know? Like, I don't have, like, you know, I'm more into Indian women or more into this, you know? But, like, yeah, in terms of, like, yeah, Brisbane have some really
Really?
hot babes. As
It's pretty hot. It's pretty sunny there, isn't it? Like, they'd be pretty hot in temperature.
Yeah. Oh, Gold Coast. Oh, there's some. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah. Get some hot
Some of the
days.
hottest chicks I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life are live in the Gold Coast.
Is it Brisbane or the Gold Coast that's renowned for like plastic surgery and everything?
Gold Coast?
Gold
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Actually, Brisbane would be pretty up there.
No, Brisbane's a lot more posh. It's a little
Really?
more uptight. Yeah, it's
Uptight. What are
oh,
we talking about?
yeah.
My wife's
Yeah.
genital area when I try to have sex with her. It's an evolutionary thing. It gets hard because I use this exact same joke outside anyway.
Oh, that's good.
Should try it on Crown this Thursday at the Lewisham Hotel.
You've done booked rooms as well, you were saying?
Yeah, well, I've done it for quite a while actually. I started off in Brisbane.
You go to a booked room, it's just full of books. And you're like, okay, this is funny, but is there a show? He's like, no, it's just the gig. It's just the bit.
I just wanted you to perform for the books so they don't get lonely.
Next minute the book's heckling and it's just like and it's killing. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting heckled by a fucking by 400 pager.
That's good. Get heckled by 400 pager. The Bible had a thing to say about my stance on homosexuality. I was trying to say it's it's a good
It all
thing.
leads back to the tool shed. You know?
I was trying to
That
say
might be the episode title. It all leads back
Yes,
to the
it has
future.
to be tool shed. Yes.
I was
Yeah,
trying to say
yeah.
homosexuality was a good thing. The Bible had some other words. It was heckling me quite hard.
What about Tool Shed? And it's just like a shed in your backyard where people come and listen to Tool and
Oh,
make
fuck.
homosexual encounters.
Let's just say it'd be very,
Get that shit out.
I feel like I've upset Asha.
No.
I don't feel good about it.
let's just say
What if it's an area where you store your hardware supplies?
That's good.
that's even better.
What about there's a whole
Hardware.
bunch of
Well,
tools,
yeah.
like a whole bunch of losers in there,
Yeah.
and they're having gay sex with each other?
I don't know whether
listening to house music.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You guys listen to Tool? Like, any is Tool fans here? Anyone listen to
I
Tool?
don't really listen to.
Well, let's just say it'd be very hard to fuck to Tool. Let's just say that it's just very out there, like musically, in terms of like rhythm stuff. Yeah, well, this would have worked if anybody else.
Oh, well,
because again, the listeners are listening to 3 Tools right now.
Yeah, they're.
They've been listening to 3 Tools for
Yeah.
32 minutes to deny homosexuality.
How hard is just regular fucking compared to tool fucking, and then we need a different band.
There's just too many
to fucking
there's
different-
too many time changes. It's hard to keep up. You know, you'd have to, like
Is that
it's.
how you measure all music? You go, okay, can I see myself having sex to this? Is that?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
You
idea.
should. Yeah, I think so. Like,
You listen to Tool while you.
well,
I reckon I'm a 78 BPM kind of guy.
yeah.
I reckon.
I'm
pretty
120. You know, just a blast beat. No, that's actually no, it'd be more. 200. No, like death metal.
Why'd
just
you
like,
turn the music off? Done. Get out.
There's a
Anyway,
time
let's
signatures, yeah.
just talk about Bangalore without talking about Bangalore again. Come on.
All right. Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about my
Say the
Friday
word
night.
Bangalore. over and
Bangalore.
over again. Sounds like what this has been, right? This has been the 45-minute Bangalore section.
Bangalore.
Bang.
Bangle bars. Vanga boys.
Banger Boy. That's what I listen to.
Bangle boys.
Bang.
It's like the Bangles, but all males. Walk like an Egyptian.
Bangalore State Forest.
Bangalore.
There's something there. Ivan Milat.
Have you been over like not lived anywhere, but just visited anywhere nice? Like the.
Visited. I don't know. Recent. Melbourne. I was in Melbourne a couple.
I don't know, Jackson, but we've been in quarantine for a year and a half. I
Melbourne.
haven't been flying anywhere.
Yeah.
What's to do with airplane food? I don't know. No one does in this room.
I don't
We've
know.
forgotten.
No one has. We haven't been on a plane for a year and a half. There's a pandemic going on. It's orchestrated by the government to keep us inside, to try to brainwash us, and
You heard it here first, folks.
And,
we're COVID deniers. Anyway.
and
As in, we deny we've ever had it.
My wife's name's COVID. Deny her rights in the country I come from.
Which is our country? Let's find this shit out. Let's delve.
Definitely not Bangalore. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like? Yeah, having from 11 to 19.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know, cause I went to like a private, the type schools called like international schools. So I went to like a lot of
international
school, like
school.
rich kids and like people who had owned like a lot of like had like big businesses and that kind of thing.
He's like, yeah, let's have a really big penis. Let's go to a really rich school. Like most of the kids, like their parents are like, billionaires. Like they own like huge businesses, like CEOs.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? I was just in the mix. I was just another like rich kid with a huge penis.
Yeah.
I went to
That's
a
just
private school. It was a public school, but everyone showed me their privates all the time.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that like, I
I
don't
went to a
know.
private school, just me and my uncle.
It was a, yeah. There's a lot of like in terms of like, it's like big on like IT, like a lot of
I don't
software
think there's
companies.
much bigness happening in IT.
Big in IT.
I think
Oh,
it's
actually,
IT,
you
usually
mentioned,
quite small.
you know that Ola ad you mentioned in one of your previous podcasts?
Yes.
Yeah. That company actually started in Bangalore, actually. It's a ride-sharing company that started in Bangalore, and now
The
it's...
guy saw Adam's girlfriend and was like, we need her on
No.
that
We're
ad.
not going in
No,
there!
he didn't.
Hey-oh.
He didn't see that.
Yeah.
We need her on this ad right now.
Oh, we actually want to
I'm
get
from
Adam and his
Bangalore,
girlfriend on a
that's-
podcast.
Huh?
So we want to try and get Adam and his girlfriend on a podcast to retaliate against
Yeah.
Lachlan McAllister.
Lachlan McAllister.
Lachlan, yeah.
How are we?
Yeah, the best...
She's going to have a redemption episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
that'd
just
be-
going to be like an hour and 5 minutes of us making gay puns. While she tries
Trying to sell the idea of the tool shed. It all goes back. It all circles back.
Did you want to talk about me or our model or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, model.
How about a model aeroplane?
Airplane.
What's to do with model airplane food?
Model airplane. I like to crash that into that man's twin towers. I don't even know.
This guy told me that he was a model citizen the other day. I was like, what are you talking about, man? You're the same size as me.
I don't.
Because
Oh,
I a little
get it,
model.
Ah.
I'm real glad I did that for the first time on a podcast.
You should do a crown on Thursday night at 7:30 at Lucian Hotel. Yeah.
We'll keep plugging it.
You
That's
keep
not the only
plugging
thing I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah,
plug.
yeah.
I'll be plugging a few other things later tonight when I'm in the tool shed. Okay, that's the
Tool
last
shed.
joke we could possibly squeeze.
That is it.
from
That
segment.
is the
That
last
is
time.
the final. I know it got like a brief, vague
Yeah.
chuckle from Jaxie. Like, anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
School shed.
imagine the club.
Pool shed. Pool
walk
shed.
in.
Just like.
Walk into the pool shed, a whole bunch of water comes at you. You're like, whoa.
What about the tool shred? And it's just a bunch of like gnarly dudes that go in there and
Just shred on guitar.
Just see some fat licks. Walking like.
I think Ash is calling the police on us right now.
He's like, please, that was terrible. Back to the
Yeah.
gay jokes.
I was trying to figure out why would if does what's
I like there's two mics there, just like.
yeah I'm actually what's the
Friday night.
Yeah.
what's the prime language in Bangalore?
It's Kannada. So there's actually various dialects.
No,
in India.
that's like in.
That's above the United States.
No, I think you've got the wrong idea.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, I
sorry
wouldn't
to-
know what my own language is.
Sorry to embarrass you on this podcast, but
Yeah,
Canada-
apparently, yeah. So
I
it's
was trying to figure out because I thought Ola was Spanish. I was trying to figure out if it meant something else.
well, it's just the name of a company. Yeah,
Yeah,
they just
I-
named it as
I feel
it
like
is.
we're-
Yeah, it
we're
wouldn't.
like pinning your upbringing is the most important thing about you, so I don't want to just keep bringing it up. I was just googling Ola. Is all.
Yeah,
I think it is the most important thing.
most important. That had nothing to do with it, but yeah, I just happened to be in the same city. But yeah,
I was pinning up photos of men on my wall. So I was growing up as a young
yeah, with
child.
leather pants on, right?
So anyway, yeah, Canadian. Everyone
Yeah,
speaks
Canada.
some
It's called
way.
Kannada. Yeah. So yeah, it's just the dialect of the state that I'm from. So Bangalore's the capital and the state that
Oh, it's called Canada.
Karnataka. So the state is called Karnataka.
Karnataka.
The language is called Kannada.
Kannada.
I'm just saying it very Indian. Like
Yes. No.
They're like it's Kannada. It is a Kannada.
That
I
sounds
am
way better
Indian,
than when
so just in
Karim does
case you
that
guys-
accent.
What was that?
That sounds way better than when Karim does that accent. When we're in traffic.
No, actually, that
When
was
my Uber
Karim.
driver goes the wrong direction.
No, that was Karim that just said it. It was.
that was me.
It was him, by the way. Yeah, yeah.
He's born in
So
Sydney. This whole thing about it being from India is actually just me doing some
Yeah.
weird, offensive.
yeah,
bit.
but like yeah, so there's like various dialects. More so in the south, there's like each state has its own dialect, but like up north, majority of them the states speak Hindi, which is the national language, and then you have like Punjabi, Gujarati, yeah, it just depends on which state.
So there's so many dialects, right?
So many dialects, so many religions, very religiously diverse. Of course, 1.3 billion people. There's going to be a lot of diversity.
What's the religious makeup in?
Majority Hindu, and then Muslims is a second, and then Christians, and then like others. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of yeah.
And what about your family? Like, what about your kind of upbringing? Was it Hindu or?
Hindu, yeah.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Just for a second, I was like really. I was hoping. Katie was just like, better be Hindu.
Better be Hindu.
It better be.
There was a backpack left up in the room earlier, so I need to make sure it wasn't anything suspicious.
Yeah, that's like the major religion. Like that's like.
Oh no, I retract my laugh from that.
What was it?
Nah, nothing. Move on.
Move on from the laugh. You didn't hear that laugh.
I got the scissors, baby boy. I'll snip that thing right
Snip
out.
that little thing out. You used to have like crickets or something like that added in.
What about? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, go for it. Is it?
Nah. We shan't.
We shall not.
What's that joke? And if it's like, what if like crickets aren't like a sad like?
Oh,
Like, what if-
yeah, where do we, yeah. That's
What
the
if
joke.
crickets just have a really good sense of humor?
That's a really funny joke, Jackson. It's hilarious. It's a really good joke.
Oh, was
Yeah.
that your joke, Asher?
I said shitty, but yeah, I said it.
You joking? I thought Jackson's doing like some bit here. That's like Ash's
I
Oh,
dead
wow.
set
funniest
thought.
joke.
That is.
I dead set thought that it was like, I don't know, some comedian that I listened to.
Maybe also.
It's like it's Dimitri Martin's closer.
All right,
Just
all right.
gets
We've
called
hit the
out.
All right, so 40 minutes of gay jokes. Still Ash's joke. Pretend I didn't know about it. All right, now another 20 minutes of gay jokes. And we can call it a wrap. No, I dead set thought that was like a podcast that I listened to.
Okay, well maybe it was too.
Maybe it was.
Really, it's a pretty easy thought, right?
No, that's a genius thought.
Okay.
Because Ash also has a joke. Well, there's black people, and then there's that's also Ash's closer.
So what's the deal with the tool shed?
Bunch of losers in that place. Bunch of tools.
There's so many tools everywhere. We're all just doing Jerry Seinfeld.
No, wait. We were talking about. So were you raised religious yourself?
Not as much. Most like my mom was religious, but my dad not as much. Like he was not really into.
Your
all
dad
that.
wasn't religious.
Nah, he wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Men
that
hate
kind of-
religion.
Hmm?
Men hate religion if they do not benefit from it. Men hate religion.
Well, you would definitely have benefited from it because he was the higher caste.
Oh, yeah. We talked about like the caste.
Yeah, you talked about it in Ribs. Yeah.
How's the
So like
caste
I'm
in
like part of the
Bangalore?
Hindu caste, and I'm like Brahmin.
You just
Fuck.
keep on going.
There's such like I'm like a rapper at this point,
I
just
know.
like bragging about my big dick,
Anyway, that's been Drake.
my private
ladies and
school
gentlemen.
upbringing,
Your
my
huge
caste.
penis. And it just so happens that our casts have really huge.
Like I'm
penises
I'm
and we're
listening to like
rich.
the wrong music. I'm listening to like depressed like rock instead. I should be listening to like fucking hip hop.
So
You need to be listening to Drake,
I should
listening
have-
to
yeah.
those songs like he wrote them about you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chappelle.
Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle wrote all of Drake's lyrics.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so you were the top cast.
Yeah. You
Ah.
can say that.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, the Brahmin is like the top caste.
Brahmin.
It's
What-
I like that name as well.
The knowledge caste. That's like the people who had like wisdom and all that sort of shit. Yeah.
So
What kind of-
wise as well.
What kind of rewards would you get out of that?
Do you ever do this? Do you ever do the Brahmin bull? You're like, do you ever do that?
Brahmin bull.
Do you ever do the, like the bull? What do they have?
Yeah, with all my wisdom, with the just
None of the
with
bulls that I
NWA
watch on the
style.
internet do that.
What was that? Wait, what was that? I didn't hear that.
I said none of the bulls that I watch on the internet do that. Yeah.
I think I mentioned this before I recorded. This is one of the best podcasts out there. This is so good. This, I fucking I'm not.
Oh, word. Thanks, bro.
No, I'm not lying, man. This is
man. Oh,
this is great. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of?
Would you ever do that to like the lower caste? Kind of do the bull?
Nah. I want to do the. Don't do.
No, we don't do that.
Nah,
yeah,
no.
we do.
Did you see people kind of around you that were abusing that system at all? Like, cause I know from like my
yes and
talking to people, it's so
no.
ingrained.
Yes and no, cause I kind of that's the thing, right? Cause I didn't like live. Like I lived in India, but I was sort of like lived in a little nice part, so I haven't like seen like what it was.
I lived in Email. I lived in
Oh
a
my
really
God.
nice part with like a swimming pool, tennis court, huge house, like a maid.
Yeah,
Used to
No, but like that's the thing. I
Fold
didn't
my
really, I
massive
haven't-
underwear.
And she's like, Vishaal, why is it so huge at the crotch area? Like it's so folding it.
Yeah, no, I haven't like seen it because I was living like in like just like maybe 10 years ago, so I hadn't seen a lot of like maybe like during my dad's time there would have been a lot more of that, but I think like now India's sort of coming out of it. Like the caste
Right.
system is
Or
there,
something
but
like
it's
that.
not. Exactly.
Coming out as well.
They're coming out. A lot of coming out,
a lot
like
of coming out. Going
well,
in
India is
this
very homophobic, so you see a lot, and then but slowly sort of. Well, they actually had like an anti-gay law a few years ago where gay marriage like being gay was like illegal.
Really?
But they overturned it, like I think a couple of years ago. They overturned the law, so you
They
can be gay.
overturned it so they could.
So now
have
there's a
sex.
lot of coming out. So yeah,
What's the is it like a governor or like a president or something?
Prime Minister. Yeah.
So the prime minister's like, all right, we've got this new gay rule. If anyone's gay, you have to come to my office. We have to
Tell me
talk.
first. You can be gay, you have to tell me first. Okay, that's all. You have to tell me first.
You'll be in big trouble.
Very big trouble. I'm Vishaal's father.
Big
So let's just
trouble.
say apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Is that why you're
Big.
leaning like really back? And just, like,
You'll be in big veiny trouble.
oh,
Very big, thick, veiny trouble. Yeah. That can
big
last a long
thing.
time.
So were you going to say something, Ashley? What was
Oh really?
Oh, really?
After what we've just said.
stupid
That
to say.
joke would have only worked if India had a governor and not a prime minister, because that's not prime minister activity at all. It's governorial.
It is very,
Yeah.
like the governor?
Governor.
Schwartz,
Chief minister. So they actually have like the chief minister is like how you have like
I think
governors and
everyone
stuff.
has
Yeah.
governors, so that was stupid anyway.
Oh, true. I guess they would. They'd probably.
No, I
be
think it was a
some-
national law. I think from what I remember. Yeah.
So during your lifetime, you couldn't be gay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
I'm staring at you like you were.
So you come back to Australia, buy some leather pants, see where that takes you.
What do you think? Brisbane especially because they're very gay friendly up there.
Are they?
I thought it'd be
No,
opposite.
probably not. No,
I was
they're-
about to say.
No,
Brisbane
not at
would
all.
just- It's worse than worse than
No,
Bangalore
actually,
like 20
no.
years ago.
You know what's funny?
I'm trying to figure out why you were applying the stoning to India and not Brisbane.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Brisbane.
Bris
Goodness
Vegas.
gracious.
Bris Vegas.
Bris Vegas.
Get your stones.
They call it Bruise Vegas. 'cause
Well,
you
you
get
know, like,
bruised.
you know
you get
what-
beaten up if you're gay.
You know they had that whole law, like that postal vote thing.
Yeah.
It actually like Queensland had more yes votes in percentage-wise than New South Wales.
That's because we're cool. We're right. We're the smarter state.
That is strange, though.
That was
I wonder-
strange.
really
That
strange.
threw
Maybe
me
there's
off.
more.
That threw me off. That really.
They probably didn't understand like the literacy numbers, the percentage as well. They're illiterate. They're like,
Yeah.
yes, I don't want any more gay people.
Maybe because there's more space and not as much city in a confined space. It's more segregated. We got more townies or something. Oh no, but they were saying yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
It doesn't add up,
just,
does it?
Yeah, no, it was like living in Brisbane was a lot more like, little not rough, but like they weren't like, let's just say PCs to say the least. They were a little bit,
yeah.
they're not especially up in Brisbane. Yeah,
So you found it a little bit more intense, let's say, coming from.
yeah, especially on the racial side. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. It wasn't as bad, but it was there. You know, it was,
In Brisbane.
Yeah.
Because
Equally.
how was the bullying in Bangalore and everything like that, or just the general state? Because as you're
yeah,
saying,
well,
the cast thing
it
wasn't
was
really
just
a
like,
thing.
just like, hey, you're because I was a short kid as well, so I was bullied a lot for just.
Oh,
being
that must
short and that. Yeah. Why do you think I try to get big and everything? You know,
Well, I was not short.
all
every
that
day.
childhood trauma, being short, just
Just made my penis longer and longer. The more you bully me, the bigger
Yeah.
it gets. Sorry.
where do you think I got all
Oh
this
man, I
steroid-
wish I got bullied more.
Thanks, I haven't been bullied a day in my life.
I got bullied about 2 inches more. I reckon. I don't even rad.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it was just like, hey, you're short, you're this, and like I was also skinny as well, so I got like,
skinny.
but yeah, I don't know. I didn't like.
Short and skinny. I've heard those two adjectives before in my life. In reference
In reference to my
to.
penis.
Exactly. Yeah.
Must not.
Yeah.
It's a very short and skinny thing you're trying to put in me.
So you did cop that. You felt like bullying and whatever.
Yeah, I did, yeah. But I'm like sort of getting over that like right now. Like I'm trying to work on myself.
Just short and skinny. But isn't every kid in high school short and kind of skinny?
I was, yeah, but I
Loophole.
Well, I was, yeah.
At least the
Actually,
ones I
wasn't
take
high
advantage
school.
of.
So like, I think I got a little bit more like in middle school, like 7th and 8th. I was short then, but then I kind of shot up or like shot.
I was actually the tallest guy.
I don't know why I said shot up because it made it sound like a school shooter. Like I shot up.
Then I started shooting up. I became a heroin addict.
Just shot up in school.
started listening to metal and rock music.
I was shooting up heroin at the school shed.
All circles back. Yeah. So I don't know. Like just
Basic
basic shit. Nothing too.
So you didn't
crazy.
have a bad experience.
Not bad. Maybe a little bit more like when I was like year 7, year 8, but not as bad. Like because I kind of stayed away from the kids that were like the bullies and shit. So I just did my own thing and.
Right. That's
like,
good.
Yeah. I just stayed away. Like, it's like either you fight or you fly.
Yeah. Because you said it was like an international school, so you're getting like all different.
You should have just bought a pair of Air Jordans
Jordan.
and just jumped out of there.
Just fly.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight, go to like do a whole bunch of retail therapy. You buy a whole bunch of Jordan flights. You either fight or you spend a whole bunch of money on shoes.
And that's what they just think like, oh, did he try to just jump off? Because he tried
Yeah.
to end it. Like, no, I was trying to fly. Why do you think I brought the Air Jordans? Look, he's been bullied, so that's why. You could just, it wasn't too bad. Just, I don't know, like, it wasn't, like, exciting in terms of, like, upbringing, and
Really? Like, pretty just straightforward, not too...
Yeah, not too insane, to be honest.
When were you last back there?
End of 2019, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because my parents are still, my parents are still up there. So they were living in Brisbane, and then when I moved down to Sydney, they went back to India, and now they're living in the outskirts of like the city I grew up in. So they're pretty safe, which is good because COVID's kind of
because they're extremely rich and
Yes.
got a very
exactly, yeah. They're the very expensive pool shed they got
very-
on there.
Pool shed.
Pool shed.
Bull shed.
Let me have a swim.
Dip your toes in.
You gotta fully commit. You don't dip your toes.
Yeah,
You
no,
gotta fully
you
commit into the
gotta
pool
fully
shed.
commit.
You're in or you're out. You know.
I'm dry.
So that I was there. 2019. December. So like probably few months before the whole thing. Yeah. So I was lucky enough to go because I hadn't been there before that. I hadn't been there for like a few years. So I don't go there often. Like once every 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay, that's still decent.
Yeah.
And why Brisbane? Why Australia?
My dad wanted me to, do university in Australia, but for some reason he was like, we'll
He's
go to
like,
Brisbane.
have you seen the babes? Dude.
Have you seen the parking
Hot
meters
babes.
in the Gold Coast? The parking meter chicks. I don't know.
Have you seen the Stones here?
Remember how they outlawed that rule about stoning gay people? Go to Brisbane. We can still do that here.
You just walk
Really,
in
what
one
I
day, he's on his
yeah,
laptop crying. He's like, I found the answer, son.
We were in Brisbane because Rockhampton is too far. They has a rock in there. Remember, I get it. Anyways, So I was there, did university, and then
How was it? How did you find especially going from India for such a long time to?
Yeah, it felt weird, and especially with Brisbane at all, because because I did arts, I did animation, and then switched over to film and TV.
Oh, your parents would have loved that.
Yeah, they did. They were rich.
He actually goes into the arts, a creative field where money isn't really a thing.
Yeah.
How'd you go with those degrees? Oh, straight A's. It was sweet.
Straight A's.
Not straight A's. I'm gay.
Well, it's art. All you have to do is just show up. That's how you get it. There are, well, I don't know. I did animation in the beginning for a year, and then I switched over to film because I did some film units in between. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll do film. And then I kind of I don't know. I just didn't enjoy doing the courses and the units and everything. And that's how I ended up doing stand up as well, because I was watching a lot of stand up, as I was in university and all that. And then yeah, did an open mic, like, I think my last year of uni, and then
Gosh.
after while I was in uni till I graduated, and then after that I've been just doing stand-up ever since. Yeah.
That's
Sick.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And
like,
that's like the
yeah.
big passion now. is stand-up.
Yeah, that's why I also moved down here, because
Mm.
there's not much of a scene in Brisbane. I don't know, it's maybe gotten better, but it was already at stage time.
Yeah. Gosh.
We would get like once every 2 weeks if you were lucky.
Really? So it's not
Yeah.
that big in Brisbane.
Yeah, compared to Sydney, like there's like heaps of it. Obviously, with COVID last year, all of that shit died down, but
Yeah.
now it's starting to pick up, and yeah. So yeah, well, I've been in Sydney for like 3 years now, 3.5. Yeah.
That's decent. Yeah.
Yeah. So just yeah.
How do you compare it to like Brisbane as well? Like,
Oh, way better.
yeah.
Not
Especially
just
because I'm living in a very rich area. I'm living in Vaucluse, in a mansion.
Yeah, I'm
It's
I'm
more
in
of a
Ryde.
melting
Is,
pot,
wait,
isn't it?
is Ryde a rich area? Ryde?
Ride, decent
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Decent,
Okay.
decent area.
So I've gone down a bit.
I was a king back in India.
I was king. Now I'm in.
Bangalore, I was living in a palace.
The only ride I knew was
riding my
Boy-
housekeeper.
Well, yeah, I
like,
would.
like an animal around the house, feeding me
Yeah.
food.
I
Oh, that's
went,
a little bit smarter than I was gonna go.
I went from having a driver to being an Uber driver. You know what I mean?
That's
I
what
went
they used to
from,
say in Brisbane. They used to call you an Uber driver.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even invented back then. So there was like,
You're like, what are you talking about? It's
you
like,
know,
oh,
no, you look
it'll
like
make sense in 4 years or something like that. Sorry, mate, Uber
No.
driver.
no, you look like you're gonna drive me home after a big night out. That's what you look like.
And I assume your name's Uber or something.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
you know, right?
Is it German? No, it sounds Indian.
It sounds Indian. The guy who created Uber is just like a racist.
So what do you do for fun, man? Like outside of like your like artistic kind of pursuits, or is that the main kind of thing? Do you like go out and stuff?
Yeah, go out.
Where do you go?
Well, we already mentioned this before. The tool shed.
The
No, not really. I don't like. Maybe when I was younger, like I would go to the valley, like when I was living in Brisbane. But now I don't know, just gig and work, so I don't really go out to
Right.
like, yeah. I think just going, because I gig quite a lot as well, like, or at least I'm trying
You're
to.
a gigolo.
Yeah, you're
Gigolo.
Deuce
You're a
Bigelow.
you're a male gigolo. You're a gig.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I just.
that's the first time I've heard that one. No.
I know. You said I do that. That's the first I've heard that. I make that exact same joke on Facebook Messenger every single time Jackson says he has a gig. You've been with a gigolo.
Yeah.
A male gigolo.
A male gigolo.
So
Are there
you-
any other types of gigolos, or is it just, yeah? I think.
I thought, is gigolo just a term for a prostitute or just a male?
Just a male
bit
prostitute. I don't,
specific?
yeah.
I
Like,
think
why
it
would
is.
anyone call a female prostitute a gigolo?
Yeah,
Like, that would be
gigolo.
like, yeah, I'm having some gigolos over tonight.
Gigolo.
Your wife's like, isn't gigolo a man? No. Gigolo can be, a woman
no,
too.
she's a chick.
It
she's
could
a
be
chick.
everything. It could be everything. It doesn't mean it's prostitute.
Gigolo
Yeah.
sounds.
Just don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
And then Clive Palmer shows up.
I'm right wing. I'm not gay. I'm right wing.
Australia first. Ladies first.
Gigolo sounds like
What
balls
about
or
gigolo
something.
with an N?
Gigolo
The
sounds
black
like
guy.
the onomatopoeic word that like
You can piece that together. Gigolo with an N.
Piece that together.
It looks like balls. The G's and the O's, there's some
It
symmetry
really
there.
does.
But sounds like, phonetically, it's got that jiggle going for it. Could be anything, right?
Yeah.
Jiggling penis.
Gigolo.
Yeah, you think of a penis.
Kyle and Gigolo. I would listen to that exclusively.
But yeah, music. You said so. Metal and rock is actually big.
Yeah, in
And
India.
where you're
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's correct.
I guess metal and rock must be my.
All right. Let's. All right. Wait for it, wait for it.
XYZ.
XY.
Yada yada. Da, da, da,
Yada,
da,
yada, yada.
And,
Yada,
put
yada.
two and two together and.
On a graph, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, so you're gonna get back into music at all? Do you think? You'll?
I was
kinda-
look. I just like I play guitar. I've started like putting shit on Instagram. With just
Oh, so
playing,
you've
like-
started getting more into it.
Yeah, but I'm still just doing comedy because I'm a lot more. I'm not like the best, but I'm a lot more. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable doing comedy and like,
Then-
doing
then
That must be
Definitely.
humbling, not being the best at something
Something-
for the first time.
Something your entire life.
Exactly.
It's so overwhelming not being like completely.
not living like a king. And
Yeah.
no, I'm just a king of shit jokes.
That's crazy because comedy is so humbling, actually, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh yeah, in a good way, in a very nice way. I feel.
There's also a
Yeah,
reason why I
yeah.
do. I don't know. You've mentioned. I don't know how many times you mentioned Crown, and you have mentioned Crown before in this podcast. The Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times.
That's a very humbling room in terms of like doing
Mm.
gigs, because you just you think, oh yeah, I've killed in this gig and I killed in last night or whatever. You do Crown and then just like, no, you still have a long way to go, and you still have to
So it's easier in a booked room, do you think, to kill?
just to some extent, because like a lot of the people, especially if they're paying for a ticket, then they're invested in.
They're gonna more likely want
Yeah.
to laugh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's some open mics where you get a good crowd in now
Yeah.
and again, and those are good. But I
So
don't know.
Crown's one of the hardest rooms you feel.
Well, it's all a room. It's a room full of comics.
Yeah, it's a room full of comics, but at the end of the the one good thing about it is you get to hang out after the show. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
true.
You get to
that's
hang
true.
out.
Is
Like,
that not the case in other rooms?
just depends on the room, and just also depends on your people's schedule as well.
Yeah.
Some people have families, or like they have work. And
They're not millionaires. They're not. They don't have to work like a really easy part-time job that's actually really fun and
Yeah.
pursue their passions. And
Yeah, they're living in Sydney, not Bangalore.
Was it comedy? Did you find any comedy at all in Bangalore?
Bangalore, yeah. Well,
Bangalore.
India actually has taken off in terms of comedy over the last 10
Really?
years. Yeah, there was no scene like before that until like Russell Peters sort of started.
Ah, yes.
Russell Peters, that's how I kind of got into it, because
Really?
Russell Peters was the most talked about comedian when I was growing up
Gosh.
in school. Like everyone, that whole like 2004 special, that Comedy Now, the Somebody Gonna Get You Hurt Real Bad and all that
Yeah.
shit, the Punani shit that you heard. I heard a lot of that in high school.
Right.
A lot of kids like were referencing that shit.
So Russell Peters like a king.
Yeah, in India, yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely is. Yeah, and
Because I
kinda-
heard he's like one of the richest comedians. Like, I think he won like the richest comedian.
Yeah, he's up. Yeah. Like I think he topped the list like years ago.
That's
but
what I remember him.
yeah, he
topping
topped the
list.
list years ago. But I think now it's like Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
or
of course,
It's like
yeah.
between Kevin Hart and Jerry Seinfeld. You know,
Mm.
Are you a fan of Kevin Hart?
I actually like Kevin Hart. I
Yeah.
actually
Apart
like,
from being black. Anyway,
yeah, I like.
back to Russell Peters.
yeah, no. Back to an actual comedian.
Yeah.
Back to an actual comedian and not a
No,
slave.
Kevin's great.
Anyway.
I like his. I don't like a lot of his new stuff, like in terms of stand up, but I like what he's doing in terms of like the network he has. He's got his own like comedy
Yeah.
network.
It's crazy.
Laugh Out Loud.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And even his older specials, like his bit about his mom's funeral is one of the funniest bits on the planet.
Oh yeah.
The way he talks about his mom, like like his mom dying, or his mom died, and
Right.
he's at the funeral, going through the whole thing, and there's like all these characters, like his uncle, like one of them's like on, I think his dad's on crack, and he's like, just fucking up the whole thing, and and yeah,
Gosh, I haven't listened to much Kevin Hart. I probably need to.
yeah, no, the early stuff was really good, like yeah.
Because I feel he's almost about to people are about to jump on a bandwagon of hating him. I feel that's almost around the
Yeah,
corner.
that's like what.
You can't be on top for that long
Yeah.
until people are like, no, this guy's been on for too long. Let's kind of
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
hating on him. I feel people hated on Amy Schumer for no reason. In a weird way. I feel there was
Yeah.
some sort of bandwagon that everyone jumped on.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a fan of Amy Schumer, but I don't really.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
also
know
not,
you.
just saying I'm not a fan of women.
No, Amy
Well.
Schumer. Yeah. No. With Amy Schumer, like her early stuff was was pretty.
thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good.
It was very funny.
I think a better version of Amy Schumer right now is Nikki Glaser. I don't know.
Oh yeah, everyone loves
She's
Nikki
a
Glaser.
way. I wouldn't even compare her to to Amy Schumer, but she's one of my favorite comedians. At that
Yeah.
time. What?
I wouldn't even compare it to
No,
Amy Schumer.
I know I just did,
But,
but
a
like
comedian I compared to
I
Amy
shouldn't have
Schumer
compared
was...
her, but
let's
like, she's a-
rewind. Everyone, let's rewind if you want to kind of...
No. What I meant to say was like, yeah, like in terms of like style wise, like with like jokes about sex and stuff,
Yeah.
she's fucking brilliant. One of the best out there.
I was listening to an Amy Schumer special and I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it had the ratio, I think it had 10 likes
Yeah.
and 100,000 dislikes. And every single comment was trashing it. And I was like, even some of the comments were like, oh, if a guy said this, he'd be cancelled. And they were actually really funny jokes. And I was like, I feel this
Yeah.
is just the thing people are jumping on.
Well,
Unless I'm just a hack.
with the thing with Amy, she went all like kind of Hollywood, like in the
Yeah.
like after Trainwreck, she started going on this whole thing of I'm friends with Jennifer Lawrence, I'm friends with Goldie Hawn, like whichever.
She
Whoever was
acted
her
actually Hollywood.
She was very Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I think
Right.
she's
Like
also
that,
come
don't
off
they?
of the whole stand-up thing as well. Like she's not really doing it as much.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know, but she kind of like she started off.
She had a baby. That might be why.
No, she's just a bit overweight. That's all.
No,
nice try, but yeah, no, she's
I'm
just
pretty
a bit
sure
overweight,
she's been pregnant.
which is healthy.
Well,
I'm
Ali,
sure it's due soon as well because she's been
Yeah.
um.
I like
X,
how.
Y,
over.
Z.
Wait.
It's been well over.
No. Jax is like, oh yeah, this is. I don't like Amy Schumer at all, but I heard she's pregnant.
I
She's
heard
on her
she's
third
pregnant.
trimester.
Her daughter's name's Cleo. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
born at 9:59 on April 3rd, 2020.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Amy Schumer and Kevin Hart are an interesting comparison because like
Why are they?
both had big
Penises.
Oh man.
Sorry. They both had.
It's all good. I'm not saying anything funny anyway, but it's like they both had that big stint in like Hollywood and like television film. But like I feel like that added to Amy's character. Like that made her more credible with her TV show.
The fact she did.
and Trainwreck. But I feel like Kevin Hart's movies are more of an excuse to bully him than they are to.
I think he's pretty hilarious in movies.
No, he's
Kevin.
good
No,
at movie.
the opposite. I don't think.
Really?
I think people say his stand-up is funnier than the movies.
I think the movies are so funny. I can't stand his stand-up.
I haven't watched a lot
That's
of
just
Kevin
the truth.
Hart
I can't
movies,
stand
so I
Kevin
can't
Hart
compare.
stand-up.
But I see a lot of his his early stand-up was
Really?
yeah. And the difference as well between Amy and Kevin is that like Kevin actually goes back to his stand-up roots, and he was in the Patrice O'Neill documentary. He also helped like Patrice O'Neill's family and shit. Like he was
Okay.
he was
So he was attaching himself to a funny person. Usually that's
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be pretty good. When Amy Schumer's only attaching herself to Jennifer Lawrence, even though she's a superior.
well,
human.
Amy Schumer was friends with Patrice like before he died as well. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, like all
They
those
used to eat together.
yeah, exactly.
They'd go to the buffet regularly.
The buffet. The cellar. That's the buffet.
They had to do sit-down comedy.
Yeah, we might have
That's
to
some
wrap,
big boys.
We have to wrap. All right.
Might have to wrap.
I'll drop a beat.
Hey.
Vishaal.
Vishaal. Yeah. Vishaal. I'm in the tool shed every night, yo. Come through. Put it in my doo-doo. Ho. Put it in ho.
Big one.
Big one. I'm rich.
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich. I got a big one.
All right. Shall we wrap it?
Yeah, anything you want to add?
Follow me on that.
Yeah. Good idea. Plug it.
yeah.
Plug it up. Just like
Plug it up, just like your
Yeah, follow
my
me.
husband's behind tonight when we experiment with some different things. Plug it up like my wife's. I wish I could my wife's mouth, so she wouldn't be nagging at me all the time.
Yeah, just to let you know, I left my pants at home, so it's
Okay.
oh yeah. What's this? Leather pants. So
Oh,
not just
plug
any
your leather
pants.
pants. Plug
Yeah,
your
just-
leather pants.
Just
Plug your leather pants while you're on here.
yes.
Already has.
You can get them on H&M online. The link could be in the description below. My Instagram is Vishaal Nandavar Comedy. It'll be spelled like in the description as it is VISHA. I'm not gonna spell the whole thing.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You know,
I like
what,
how you're like, we're not doing that. Like, as if you know how my name is spelled.
you know what?
We'll
Just
do
that.
that.
We're not even listen to that. Don't even listen. Don't
Look.
add him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can follow me on it. Just cuts off that part. All right, yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. This is great.
Yeah.
This is an
That was-
amazing
that was
podcast,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Seriously
yeah.
fun. And
Fun.
Asher, anything to add?
No, I have nothing sellable.
I have nothing celibate. I'm the opposite of celibate, and I'm having a lot of intercourse.
Good night, everybody.